I've been good. Me and my son been straight. And I'm thinking reconciling with his father was going to be what's best. No, it's not. It's the opposite. He need to go back and stay in jail. Or find a grave to dig up.
The internet was already hanging on by a thread. And then Chrissy and Rock decided to snap it in half with one sentence. Jail or die. That's it. That's the message. A 5-alarm emotional declaration that hit harder than a Zeus reunion special filmed backstage during a fist fight. The moment those words dropped, the entire timeline froze like the Wi-Fi bill hadn't been paid. And the reactions nuclear. People weren't just shocked. They were confused, terrified, entertained, traumatized, and dramatically sipping air like they were in a telnovela. This wasn't your regular Christian chaos. The usual going live, crying in eyeliner, or throwing shade with a smile. No, this was a message so heavy it made the Chrisean's worst scandals look like kindergarten nap time. And before anyone could even tweet a proper reaction meme, guess who finally opened his mouth? Blueface. Yes, the man who treats silence like a part-time hobby suddenly decided to speak. And when Blueface speaks, the internet listens the way people listen to ambulance sirens, not out of respect, but because they know something bad just happened. What he said didn't calm anything down. It only made the story explode even bigger. And trust me, this is only the beginning. The shock from Chrisean's jail or die message didn't just ripple across the internet. They blasted through it like a wrecking ball dipped in jet fuel. Nobody knew whether to treat her words as a threat, a warning, a cry for help, or the trailer for her next Zeus Network storyline. It was the kind of message that made even the most chaotic fans put down their popcorn and say, wait, what exactly is happening here? Before the internet could fully interpret the emotional meteor she dropped, people started stitching the video like they were auditioning for the FBI's digital division. Every eyebrow twitch, every breath, every syllable became a clue. Viewers slowed the footage to 0.5 speed, trying to decode her tone like it was a secret prophecy. Some insisted she was angry. Others swore she was breaking down. A few decided she was manifesting strength. And then there were the ones who simply shrugged and said, that's just Tuesday for her. The real explosion began when fans started digging up every moment leading to this one. Old clips resurfaced where she hinted at frustration, betrayal, and pressure. Leaks from friends, cousins, barbers, Uber drivers, and people who knew someone who met her once began popping up everywhere. Everyone suddenly had an opinion, and none of them agreed. But one thing was clear. Whichever led to this message wasn't small. It had been building like a pressure cooker with a broken release valve. Then the spotlight swung straight to Blueface. The one person everyone assumed would ignore the entire situation until it trended too big to avoid. And surprisingly, he didn't disappoint. He kept quiet at first, watching the chaos unfold like the world's most detached spectator. But even the king of selective silence couldn't stay muted forever. His inbox was drowning. His mentions were on fire. And people were tagging him so aggressively, he probably felt phantom vibrations in his sleep. Finally, and almost reluctantly, Blueface spoke, and the internet went silent, not respectfully. Not WRIEDLY, but the kind of silence people hold right before an explosion. His response didn't come in the form of a thoughtful message, a sympathetic statement, or anything resembling emotional intelligence. That would have been too out of character. Instead, he replied with a mix of petty clarity and casual detachment. As if he were narrating someone else's crisis instead of reacting to a woman publicly spiraling, he said something along the lines of, "She got to figure it out. You can't save everybody." A sentence so cold it could freeze a volcano. It wasn't supportive. It wasn't gentle. It wasn't even neutral. It was detached commentary from a man who treats emotional chaos like a sport, to be observed from the sidelines while sipping something expensive. Fans erupted instantly. How can he say that? Is he serious right now?
Ro, you are half the storyline.
This is wild even for him. It felt like he tossed gasoline on Chrisean's emotional fireball and walked away without looking back. The entire timeline went from shock to furious in under 30 seconds. But Blueface wasn't done. No. He sprinkled in another comment that sent the internet spiraling. She dramatic. Y'all know that the dismissal was brutal. It made people question whether he was too numb to react or to entertain to care. His reaction wasn't just cold. It was ice sculpture cold. And yet some fans ate it up because the internet loves dysfunction packaged with brutal honesty. Meanwhile, the supporters who took Chrisean's message seriously began piecing together signs she'd been struggling far longer than anyone realized. They unearthed old clips where she looked exhausted, frustrated, overwhelmed, moments the internet previously passed off as just her being her. Suddenly, those moments weren't funny anymore. They looked like warnings. People also started questioning what was happening behind the scenes. What pushed her to make such a dark statement? Was it family pressure, Blueface drama, industry stress, motherhood exhaustion, loneliness, betrayal, or all of them mixed together into a cocktail no human should ever have to drink? Even her close friends seemed hesitant to speak, dropping vague comments like, "Pray for her," or "She going through a lot." The vagueness only intensified the panic. Because when the people closest to the situation refuse to specify what's happening, it means the truth is messy. Too messy to package into a clean explanation. And, of course, the online detectives went wild. They started analyzing her recent posts for hidden messages. One viral theory claimed her gel or dye message was aimed at someone specific. Another insisted it was a metaphor for emotional burnout. A more dramatic theory suggested it was a coded response to something Blueface said off-camera. The theories piled up until they reached conspiracy-level creativity. While everyone argued, Blueface continued commenting as if he wasn't at the center of the storm. He posted cryptic emojis, casual life updates, and random jokes. It gave the impression that he didn't understand the gravity of the situation, or worse, understood perfectly and simply didn't care. Either way, the internet wasn't having it. The first wave of public backlash hit him like a truck. People flooded his comments, dragging him for being insensitive, cold, dismissive, careless, picking, and salt. It was there. Some accused him of feeling Chrisean's breakdown. Others accused him of loving the attention. Some even said his reaction proved exactly what she'd been dealing with all along. But as the criticism grew louder, a different section of the internet pushed back with equal force. They argued Chrisean had always been dramatic, always impulsive, always intense, that this wasn't a Blueface issue, but a Chrisean issue. They compared her to a spark plug that ignites everything it touches. They insisted Blueface didn't cause this. He simply stopped cleaning up after the explosions. This split created a digital civil war. Team Chrisean, emotional and protective, blamed everyone but her. Team Blueface, defensive and stubborn, insisted she needed accountability. Team Popcorn grabbed snacks and said, "I'm not picking sides. I'm just enjoying the show." But underneath all the noise, one question loomed like a shadow. Was this just another dramatic moment? Or was this the warning sign everyone ignored too many times? As the speculation escalated, more leaks surfaced. Voice clips, screenshots, messages hinting at arguments, stress, misunderstandings, and emotional pressure. Some of it was real, some fabricated, some so exaggerated it sounded like rejected movie scripts. What mattered wasn't accuracy. What mattered was momentum. And this story had momentum like a runaway train slamming down a hill with no brakes. The internet wasn't just watching anymore. It was waiting. Waiting for answers. Waiting for clarity. Waiting for the next twist. And judging by the silence from people closest to Chrisean, that twist was coming fast, hard, and with enough force to shake the entire timeline. Again, the minute Chrisean's message hit the algorithm, the internet didn't just react. It erupted like someone dropped Mentos into a 2L bottle of pure drama. Within minutes, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and even dusty corners of Facebook were flooded with reactions. People stitched the video so fast you'd think they had editing software implanted in their brain. And the reactions, a full buffet of Shaq. Fear jokes, think pieces, and spiritual prophecies nobody asked for. The memes alone were catastrophic. One viral post showed Chrisean holding a microphone with the caption, When you say gel or die, but your therapist blocked you. Another compared her to a GTA character who clicked the wrong dialogue option. And then came the Zeus-level edits, dramatic filters, thunder sound effects, slow motion, and captions like this generation's Shakespeare moment. The internet has no respect, no shame, and definitely no breaks. Well, the jokes flew. The celebrities started crawling out of their influencer caves to add their 2 cents. Reality TV stars began posting vague quotes like, "Protect your peace at all costs," as if they weren't the first people to throw hands on television. Rappers jumped in with oddly philosophical tweets about mental health, accountability, and loyalty. Even though half of them haven't been loyal to a salad in 5 years, influencers recorded reaction videos where they stared into the camera with exaggerated concern, milking facial expressions like they were auditioning for a soap opera, But nothing grabbed attention like the speculation surrounding Blueface's response. Every time he opened his mouth, the timeline collectively flinched like they were about to witness something chaotic and unfiltered. He dropped another comment saying, "She need to stop being extra." And that one sentence sparked a digital riot. People didn't just disagree, they combusted. Some said he was heartless. Others said he was telling the truth. And a loud group said he was playing victim while stirring the pot with a spoon bigger than his ego. Meanwhile, internet detectives began piecing together clues like they were solving a missing person case. They found old videos where Chrisean looked exhausted, zoomed in on screenshots of her teary eyes, and took deep dives into her cryptic captions. One TikTok creator posted a 12-minute breakdown titled, "Why Chrisean's Message Could Be a Warning," complete with dramatic music and red arrows, pointing at absolutely nothing meaningful. It still went viral. Because the internet loves confidence more than accuracy, the theories got wilder by the hour. Some insisted she was talking about Blueface. Others claimed it was aimed at a secret enemy behind the scenes. A few swore she was foreshadowing a legal situation only insiders knew about. And then the spiritual TikTok side joined in, claiming her message aligned with Mercury retrograde and energetic blockages. Nobody knew what that meant, but it sounded important enough to trend. While the theories boiled over, Chrisean's team stayed unusually quiet. No clarifications, no explanations, just silence. And silence in celebrity drama is the loudest red flag you can imagine. The internet took that silence and said, "Oh, this is serious." People started posting prayers, concerns, and long paragraphs that felt like emotional dissertations. And the sudden shift from memes to worrying created an unsettling atmosphere across the timelines. Then came the celebrity reactions that truly escalated things. An actress posted, "This isn't funny anymore. She needs support." A reality show host tweeted to many people are watching her fall apart for entertainment. A producer hinted he had reached out to her privately. Their comments added fuel to the already roaring fire, making fans wonder how deep the situation actually ran. Drama is fun until famous people react seriously. Then the internet panics. But the most shocking celebrity reaction came from someone unexpected, a robber who has beefed with Blueface before. He tweeted, "This is what happens when people play with emotions they can't handle." The subtweet energy was undeniable. The internet connecteds that weren't even in the same galaxy, turning a vague line into a direct accusation. The replies exploded like fireworks at a wedding someone didn't want to attend. This triggered a wave of anti-Blueface sentiment. Comment sections filled with accusations. Fans said his cold response exposed the truth. Others claimed he pushed Chrisean to the edge emotionally. Some said he was weaponizing indifference, whatever that means. Even people who didn't follow this situation chimed in because nothing travels faster than outrage on the internet. Blueface, of course, added more fuel. Instead of slowing things down, he cracked jokes, posted selfies, and acted like a man watching a storm from inside a soundproof room. His lack of urgency annoyed people more than any words he could have said. They accuse him of caring more about clout than someone spiraling in public. His replies got better. Fans got angrier. The cycle became a messy carousel that spun faster every hour. At the same time, a completely different section of the internet defended Blueface. They argued that he wasn't responsible for Christian's choices. They said she has been dramatic long before him. They insisted her message was emotional overload, not his fault. These defenders entered every comment warlike and paid lawyers wearing invisible capes of delusion. While the debates intensified, more clips surfaced, leaked to-dos, old live streams, and friend comments suggesting the pressure behind the scenes was heavier than fans ever understood. Conversations about stress, motherhood, broken trust, money issues, and emotional warfare spread across platforms. Some seemed valid, some seemed staged, some looked like they were generated by AI with no context whatsoever. But the most disturbing part wasn't the fake leaks. It was how easily people believed everything. When the story is messy enough, any detail feels possible. Then came the wildest twist yet. A popular page claimed Blueface had privately texted someone saying she playing victim again. Whether true or fake didn't matter. It went viral. Suddenly, fans treated it as gospel. Blueface's reputation got dragged across digital highways like a suitcase, missing its wheels. People said he was emotionally manipulative. Others said he was toxic. Some said he was intentionally pushing her to the edge. And then, as always, the internet overcorrected. They went from protect Chrisean to crown her a tragic heroine. People wrote emotional essays, dramatic captions, and heartfelt edits portraying her as a wounded warrior rising from ruins. They called her strong, misunderstood, resilient, the kind of praise that often appears when someone is visibly falling apart. Meanwhile, others warned that glorifying her message was dangerous. The debates turned philosophical, chaotic, emotional, and tasteless all at once. While the public battled, Chrisean went silent. No posts, no explanations. No lives, nothing. The silence spread like fog. People began speculating whether something happened behind the scenes. Some panicked. Some prayed. Some accused Blueface of hiding the truth. Others said she was stepping away from mental health. But the truth was simple. This silence was the calm before the next explosion. Because when she finally reappeared online, the entire internet would be watching, waiting, refreshing. Their timelines every 5 seconds. The story wasn't coming down. It was gearing up for something even bigger. When the chaos finally reached its peak, something even more unsettling happened. The internet quieted down. Not because the drama ended, but because everyone sensed the story had entered a dangerous zone. The jokes flowed, the memes paused, the reaction videos softened their tone. The entire situation suddenly felt like the season finale of a show that took a dark turn nobody expected. Chrisean's silence became the loudest sound on the timeline. People refreshed her pages like they were waiting for exam results. Every hour without an update stretched like a week. The more time passed, the heavier the atmosphere grew. Because if there's one thing people know about Chrisean, it's that she never goes quiet unless something serious is brewing behind the scenes. Rumors started spreading like wildfire. Some fans insisted she was taking time to reset her mental health. Others claimed she was preparing to address the message hidden. And then, of course, the conspiracy lovers said she was in a hidden warehouse plotting a movie-level comeback monologue. When people don't know the truth, they invent it. And the internet invented 50 versions at once. Meanwhile, Blueface continued operating like he lived on a different planet, unfazed, unbothered, scrolling through life like he had noise-canceling headphones on. His posts showed him smiling, joking, promoting music, and responding to fans with that signature, "I don't care, but I do care enough to reply" attitude. This only made the public perception worse. The more carefree he acted, the more convinced people became that he was disconnected from the severity of the situation. Then came the turning point. Out of nowhere, Blueface posted a video addressing everything. And the tone wasn't putty this time. It wasn't smug. It wasn't sarcastic. It was blunt and emotionless. The kind of tone people use when they're tired of repeating the same warnings. He said he wasn't responsible for anyone's choices, that he couldn't fix people who refused to fix themselves, and that he wasn't entertaining emotional manipulation anymore. His words created a digital earthquake. Supporters said he was setting boundaries. Critics said he was playing victim. Some even said He was distancing himself in preparation for something bigger. The debates ignited again, but this time they felt heavier. As if everyone sensed that this wasn't entertainment, it was a breaking point. While everyone dissected his every syllable, Chrisean finally returned to social media. The video she posted wasn't loud or chaotic. It wasn't full of yelling or tears. It was calm, terrifyingly calm. She talked about feeling exhausted, misunderstood, and pushed to her limit. She said she was tired of being portrayed as the villain, tired of people misreading her emotions, tired of being judged without context. And then she said the line that cracked every corner of the internet. "I'm trying to survive me." It was raw, honest, vulnerable, and it pierced through even the coldest timelines. Supporters flooded the comments with love. They called her brave, strong, resilient. They said she deserved healing, protection, and space. But while some embraced her with empathy, others questioned whether the calm tone was temporary, a pause before the next storm. Because Chrisean had a pattern of rising and crashing in cycles, and people weren't sure if this was growth or another emotional cliffhanger, more celebrities chimed in after her video. A popular singer posted, "Mental health is real. I hope she gets the support she needs." A motivational speaker wrote a long paragraph about burnout and personal responsibility. Even an NFL player weighed in, saying he was praying for peace in her life. The situation had officially grown beyond drama. It became a cultural discussion, but the backlash didn't disappear. A segment of the internet accused her of dramatizing the situation for sympathy. Others said her message was dangerous because her influence is massive. And then there were people who believed both sides were spiraling publicly and dragging millions of viewers along for the ride. As the discussion grew deeper, the consequences began revealing themselves. Brands that previously expressed interest in working with her quietly paused communication. TV opportunities grew uncertain. Major blogs began writing pieces analyzing her mental state instead of celebrating her personality. Public opinion wasn't just reacting, it was shifting. And once public perception shifts, it rarely returns to its original place. Blueface, sensing the tension building again, tried to clarify his stance. He said he cared but couldn't carry the emotional weight of another adult. He said he supported her from a distance, but couldn't solve her internal battles. His message didn't soften the storm. It intensified it. People interpreted his words in two opposite ways, as dismissal or as self-pity protection. The debate never found middle ground. Some fans pointed out that both of them were exhausted from years of emotional warfare. Others insisted this cycle wouldn't end until someone cut ties for good. And then the darker comments began. People worrying that Chrisean's message wasn't just emotional but a genuine cry from someone overwhelmed by fame, pressure, motherhood, and unresolved trauma. Social media platforms started pushing mental health resources under posts about the situation. That was a sign, and not of drama, but of severity. When platforms step in, the tone shifts from gossip to concern, from entertainment to emergency. Over the next few days, the tone of the internet changed again. People began pleading for both of them to step away from the limelight. Comment sections turned into advice columns and group therapy threads. Even meme pages limited their jokes because the situation stopped feeling like a storyline and started feeling like a cautionary tale. But the internet being the internet, the cycle didn't stay serious forever. After a few days, the jokes slowly crept back in. The memes returned, but now they had an undertone of uncomfortable truth. People compared the situation to reality shows where the emotional breakdowns stop being funny once you realize they're real. They joked, but with a nervous edge, the kind that signals audiences are aware they're watching something fragile. Still, no matter how the narrative twisted, one thing was undeniable: Chrisean's message changed everything. Not just her reputation, not just her relationship with Blueface, not just the public's perception, everything. Her fan base saw her differently. Her critics saw her differently. Her opportunities shifted. Her future became unpredictable, and Blueface's response only added fuel to an already blazing fire. Because this wasn't a simple scandal. This wasn't a Twitter argument. This wasn't a temporary meltdown doubt. This was a crossroads for both of them died. Both careers, both lives, both public images, both emotional states died. And the craziest part, the world knows this isn't the end. This story is still unraveling, still growing, still spiraling, still shifting into something bigger. Because with Chrisean and Blueface, there's always another twist waiting. And if you survived this emotional demolition derby, congratulations. You officially earned your front row seat in the wildest saga on the internet. Because what we just witnessed wasn't drama. It was a full-scale meltdown, a digital earthquake, a storyline so chaotic that even Zeus Network executives probably took notes. Chrisean's jail or die message shook the internet like someone unplugged reality and plugged in maximum chaos. And Blueface's response, pure gasoline, zero water, no extinguisher in sight. But listen, this storm isn't slowing down. It's barely stretching. There are more twists loading in the background like a glitchy video game, and the next one could crash the whole timeline. So, before the follow-up meltdown drops, and trust me, it's coming, smash that like button like it stole your tax refund. Drop a comment with your wildest theory, boldest prediction, or hottest hot take. I read everything, even the unhinged ones that look like they were typed during an earthquake. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so Hardit files a complaint. Because around here, the drama never rests. New leaks, new messages, new lives, new arguments, new disasters, they all land right here the second they explode online. This is your headquarters for chaos, clarity, comedy, and carnage. And just remember the golden rule. When the world starts shaking, when the celebrities start spiraling, when the timelines start burning, Vibe Crave is where the truth lands first. Loud, messy, and absolutely unforgettable. Stay locked in. Stay nosy. Stay ready. Because the next scandal, oh, it's already brewing.